Hello, everyone. How are you doing? This is Daryl Guberman, CEO of Guberman PMC LLC, a quality consulting firm here in Connecticut. We assist companies in manufacturing, consultation, quality, and also quality certification, all ISO derivatives. Background being aerospace, medical implants, materials, printing, and plastic distribution. We've been in business now 13 years. And as of August of 2024, and we will be in the quality arena, manufacturing arena for over 40 plus years. This video today, where the heck is he? Here he is, Timothy Keating. Timothy, this video today is about Timothy Keating, Executive Vice President of Government Operations, Boeing, and 80,000 shareholder receives an education by shareholder quality expert Daryl Guberman. Thank you, Tim, for coming. We have Miss Leanne Carrot in there as well. The video on her is the most extensive, illuminating her and you and Ted Colbert to all the little idiosyncrasies of Boeing, the quality failures and faux pas, the interrelationships of organizations. And we're just going to get to you right now. So Ted, actually Timothy, sit down, relax. We also have Ted here too. Ted, thank you very much for sticking around as well after your video was done. But we're going to do this very quickly. And as I said, Timothy, that the crux of it is going to be down. The very first video is on Leanne Carrot. She's the one who's there. And that's the most extensive of the videos. But I'm going to just get into this right now. Real quick, Boeing came out with a supplier bulletin in 2002 where they basically say, we'll tell you what it says, basically, in layman's terms. It says your AS9100 certificate for aerospace, International Aerospace Certification, must be ANSI ANAB accredited, because Boeing sits on ANSI ANAB's board of directors and membership committee. The membership committee can grant, suspend, or withdraw certification, so they're putting a grip on the whole inspection process. There is no oversight. Boeing also sits on ANSI's board, I said, and ANAB. They sit on both. Also, on the supplier portal, Boeing exclusively calls out ANSI, ANAB, or internationally equivalent. And, of course, on the supplier bulletin, they call out only ANSI, ANAB. So let's go through this, okay? They are breaking the Sherman-Clayton Act of 1914, where it talks about antitrust, anti-competitive, and also monopoly. It is truly a monopoly, and it was against my business because we were on the phone about 2 years ago with 2 Boeing employees, because there was a company down in Garland, Texas, who wanted to go with us for AS9100 certification. We believed in independence and stay away from that mess, because in 2015, ANSI and ANAB were sitting on the International Accreditation Forms Board, which ANSI formulated the IF, International Accreditation. They were a founder of the International Accreditation Forum in around 2009 or so. And they handed it off to a communist Chinese national who is mandated by his country of origin to take our data through the China National Intelligence Law, Article number 7. So I'm going to go into that after I show you this, though. Hold on one second. You go like this. The bulletin says, send in your AS9100, as long as it's ANSI, ANAB accredited. Send it in. Send it in parts. And Boeing, for 22 years, Tim, Boeing did not have to send out any inspection. Maybe they did cursory inspections, but they didn't do a full-blown inspection with all their suppliers. That's a problem. Also, to make matters even worse, is that Boeing never had to tell the FAA anything about the MCAS system, because in 2009, Tim, Boeing was made an FAA regulator. And as we see, the quality escape guru has come to rest its ugly head between letting a supplier send in a quality cert ANAB accredited as a testament to their quality system in compliance. That does not work. It never did. But that's faux pas number 1. Faux pas number 2 is, rather than taking this as an honor to become an FAA regulator, Boeing's management took it and used it to cut corners. That's what they did. And here it is. FAA grants Boeing more autonomy. The FAA increased the authority of Boeing's commercial airlines division to self-certify its own aircraft. The system allows Boeing employees to perform tasks on behalf of the FAA, which means this, which it started out with McCurney over here, Jim McCurney. Okay, it started out with him. He was an administrator, FAA. Then it went to Mullenberg. He's an FAA administrator. And then to David Calhoun, who's also an FAA administrator, because FAA came in and made employees of the FAA regulators. So Boeing's leadership were administrators. And David Calhoun, upon examination, didn't even know what an escape was. Unbelievable. Somebody should have tapped him on the shoulder and told him an escape is no more than a rejection. So what it does is that it says allows Boeing employees to perform tasks on behalf of the FAA and include oversight of testing and product standards, along with, here it goes, MCAS system, along with certification of aircraft technologies, new aircraft designs, which means they didn't have to tell the FAA anything. I, as a shareholder, find that very displeasing, that here you are with 80,000 shares and you didn't step in and do anything. I didn't hear anything. Everybody maintained silence. I think Boeing has over 200 vice presidents, all of them probably out on the golf course right now as I'm talking to you. Who knows? And it's disgusting that, the FAA was given that privilege. Actually, the Boeing gave the FAA gave Boeing that privilege, that honor to be a representative, authorized Boeing to do FAA work and to certify and release. And instead, Boeing cut corners. Your reputation is in the trash. And as David Foster Wallace said, the truth will set you free, but not until it is finished with you. My telephone number is 203-556-1493 or Daryl, DARYL, TQRS at yahoo.com. And here it goes again. Boeing stresses ANSI ANAB on their supplier bulletin of 2002. Send us your cert as long as it's ANSI ANAB accredited. Send us your parts and we don't have to go do an audit on your facility to see if you're not making your parts in a bathtub and sending it to us here at Boeing in Washington. Isn't that nice? That's number one. Number two is that they're board members. Board members, they can grant, suspend, or withdraw certification. That's a heck of a thing. And then they have them on the supplier portal, which is breaking the Sherman-Clayton Act for my business. And we have proof of the pudding, because when we were asked by those two ladies, are you ANSI ANAB accredited? And I said no. And we have independence. You don't need to. There's no regulation, except with Boeing, they put such a stranglehold in it, they don't believe in competition. And because they don't believe in competition in the quality certification space, then they're going to have more failures and more crashes. And I could say, if I had a crystal ball, I can almost guarantee that. And I, as a shareholder, am telling you this. We put in our CV to roll up our sleeves once we get into Boeing, and we would do the job. We would do the job and make Boeing in the quality arena, make them the stellar company they once were. They once were. Not now, though. I can do that. 6 months to 1 year. You give me the authority, and we can get it done. I can, I shall, and I will get it done. 203-556-1493 or Daryl, TQRS at yahoo.com. I thank you.